extend it again?
What was that, ma'am?
It says that the scheduled meeting ends in 5 minutes. To extend the meeting, call Region 18 Help Desk. But
Yeah, if you could extend it for us, that'd be great.
okay, let me call. If
Hey
somebody's
guys,
in the office.
Zulema and Miguel.
Yes.
I have the exact time.
Yes.
It's gonna be 6 to 7:30. Okay.
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 Thank you.
Okay, so if you look at this object from top, how is it going to look?
Like a rectangle?
Right. And then, so this will look like a rectangle, right?
Yes.
Ribbit the lattice or proceeding lattice.
Thank you. So it will look like rectangle, and then whenever you have change of surface, like this is an edge, right?
Yes.
And then whenever you have such kind of edge, you represent that with a line. So like when you see from top, you can see this change of surface as a line, right? You can see this,
Yes.
correct? Now this was a
Yes.
simple object. Let's suppose we have like assembly of different objects.
I'm thinking it's going to 12 because I mean we started a little bit late, and I don't know how long it's going to take them to finish.
Now can you draw the top view, front view and side view? Let's suppose this is your front view. If you look at this block from this direction, this is your front view. Then if you look at this object from top, this will be a top view. And if you look from this side,
The side.
it will be side view. So can you draw how this block will look like? Can you represent it in 2D?
Can you draw it on 2D? We'll try.
Okay. So when you are looking at this block from this direction, that is front view, you will see this rectangle, this square, right?
Square? Yes.
Then you will also see this square sitting right next to it. And then this square.
And then you draw one on the top.
Exactly. Then you draw one on the top. Now from top view, if you see, how will it look? You can see this surface. Then you can see this surface adjacent to it. Right?
And then you can see the other one. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And then side view.
Two. You can see.
Can you draw the side view?
Yeah. Son dos little squares, no? Two little squares.
You can see these
There
squares.
are three
and then,
actually.
yeah, and this square sitting on top.
Three.
Right? So whenever you want
Yes.
to represent 3D object in 2D, you at least need two views, like either front view or top view, or top view or side view. Because what happens, let's suppose if I just give you front view, you don't know exactly how it is, right? What's the height, like now front view for this object. Is also, it's the same thing, like let's suppose if I have three blocks like this, sitting on top of each other. Front view will be the same, right? Can you hear me? Hello? They're gone.
Participant to join the conference.
I did this a lot for the dental admission test.
Okay.
Same thing. Yeah. It gets pretty difficult sometimes.
Okay, are you guys back?
Can you hear us? Looks like that one.
Can you guys hear us?
It's saying you're currently the only participant.
Yeah, she said it was gonna time out. Maybe
Just go ahead, it's recording. So.
just go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So if you look in this particular direction, then the top view is same as what we have drawn over here. So every time, like whenever you have 2D drawing, then at least you need two views, because then you can exactly identify how that object is. If you have three views, it is good. And drawing 2D views, it's much more simpler rather than drawing complicated 3D drawings. Now let's move at the second object. Can we zoom in? Okay. Okay, now let's look at the second object over here. Now we'll try to draw front view of this. Now if this is the front viewing direction, then this object, how will it look like? Okay, you can see this square. So let's draw one square over here. Then this square sitting on top of it. So two squares. Then there is one square adjacent to this face. So the square will represent that. And then there is another cube adjacent to this face. So you will have four squares. Correct? Then now let's suppose we want to draw top view.
Can you restart that shape again, because we barely got connected again?
Okay.
Yes,
So let's
sir. I'm
suppose
sorry,
we have
sir. We
this-
lost connection.
Okay. So let's suppose we have this shape over here. Okay.
Okay.
Now you want to draw front view, and this is your front view direction. So how will it look like? So you can see these four faces, right? 1,
Yes.
2, 3, and
Three.
4. So you have three squares adjacent to each other.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is for this cube, this is for this one, and this last one corresponds for this the only cube over here. And then you have one more face, like sitting on the top of the first square. So you'll have one more square over here. Are you following this?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir.
Okay. Now if I want to draw top view of this object, how will it look like?
I can't see the shape.